Hi, my name is Mari, and I'm a teacher at YYOGA. I'm also part of the teacher training faculty, and I'm going to lead you through just a very grounded flow. So, no standing poses at all. It's essentially poses on the back and the belly. I've taught a few other classes that are a little more dynamic. So, a twisting class, a morning movement class, a little bit more of a core and back bend class. So, if you want more fire before this, you're welcome to it. This one is a nice one, kind of at the end of your day or maybe even before bed. So, really, it's about grounding, moving into some of the sticky spots that, can get stiff from sitting or standing all day, but also really just focusing on calming the body and finding a really steady, smooth breath. So using your breath rather than to support the dynamic and the more kind of intensive movements, we're really using the breath to bring us into that kind of rest digest stage and to let us move into that parasympathetic nervous system and really just support calming and grounding and that aspect of wellness, which if you're like me, I probably don't do as much as I should. So go ahead and make your way onto your back. This one will be relatively short, just 15 minutes or so. And if you have a blanket or a bolster, you could also just use a block under your shoulder blades. Feet, Supta Baddha Konasana. If you have some extra books or blocks, you could place them underneath your thigh bones. And you're essentially just putting your upper back where your shoulder blades are, just on your bolster or your block, depending on how much opening you want. All right, you could also have the bolster this way so that it goes the length of your spine and have it a little bit more chest opening here. But essentially, it shouldn't be super effortful, but still allows for even a nice softening through the chest, the heart. Now, it kind of depends what props you have at home. Again, a little bit of support here. If you have, an extra little block to support your neck, you could do that. But just taking a moment, you could just stay here the whole time, and that would be glorious. And just breathe into the front of your chest, the front of your hips, especially if you've had to sit all day. If this doesn't feel good for your low back, you might also take a knees together, feet wide version, or just legs long. And again, if it feels too intense, take something that's lower, or just bring it across the base of your shoulder blades and a block under the back of your skull. Just breathe into the front of your heart. Notice your inhales and your exhales. And you might consciously smooth out and slow down your breath. So inhaling for 4. Little pause at the top. And then slow, steady exhale. You might start with exhaling for 4 and then play with extending your exhales, so making your exhales a little longer. Now again, if this is just medicine, stay here as long as you'd like. You might choose to meet us in the other shapes, or you might just choose to stay. If you're coming out of this, you can remove your blocks first. Roll to your right side, and you might have to just kind of push your bolster, your block away from you a little. And just take a moment here on your right or your left side, just letting that soften. And then from here, you're essentially going to keep rolling onto your belly. So as you extend your legs long, just come onto your belly. You might have to shimmy a little bit to come back onto your mat. And you're going to make your way into a half frog. So you can rest your forehead, bring your right leg to a 90-degree angle. And just rest your forehead or one cheek down. And just spending about a minute here, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. It might be relatively sensationless, or it might be a little more intense. Again, everybody's different. Noticing just how your hips are feeling, noticing just the floor, the safety of letting your abdomen and your pelvis anchor into the ground. Last 2 breaths. And as you take your right leg back, just switch sides. Left leg comes to 90 if you happen to be on the other side. Totally fine. You can rest one cheek or again your forehead. It might not be sensationless, but you're letting the floor support you. You're letting your pelvis get heavy. Feeling the breath in your belly. Just letting yourself be here. 4 or 5 more cycles of breath. If you happen to have taken, other more dynamic classes, just letting these more grounded shapes, these longer supported holds really support calming your body, calming your nervous system. Release your left leg back and you can bend both knees and take a little windshield wiper, just moving your thigh bones and your hip sockets. And then taking just review. I'll do my left side first just so you can see a Y shape. And then left leg long and just rolling over to your left any amount. You can let the foot float. You can ground it, just breathing a little space into the front of your chest. You can rest the head. You can even put a block under it for more support. These blocks are pretty high for me, but it's okay. And then come through center and switch sides. Right arm on an angle. Just breathing into the front of your chest, your pecs. And you come back through center, take a moment, you can move your hips. You could take another windshield wiper, but as you're ready, you'll press back to a child's pose. So letting the arms be long. And you can just be still here, forehead rested on the floor or a block, or you can bring some space into your side body, take a little walk to the right. And a little walk to the left. You might put the bolster under your abdomen to give yourself a little more support. Again, depending on what props you have available, you could just rest here and be here for as long as you need. Again, just breathing and softening. If that shape is medicine, you are welcome to stay. Otherwise, you'll push yourself up. Take a moment to maybe just walk the hands back, little lift of your chest. And then making your way onto your back. So transitioning, having your bolster close by just in case you need it again. You can roll down, letting yourself settle onto your back for a moment. Knees can come to armpits or chest. And just finding a little bit of movement here on your back before you settle into a little hold. So go ahead and take your right leg straight up, point and flex your right foot. So if you've been in shoes all day, spread your toes, move your ankles. And then you can either just hold the shin bone and let the shin rest on the palm and the elbow rest on the floor, or you can hold the foot for a half happy baby. Left knee can go wide, and you could just find some space through the front of the pelvis. And then as you bring your right leg back over, you might start with just crossing the legs like you would for Gomukhasana and just drawing your knees into your chest a little. Feeling the space in the hip here. And then crossing right leg over, figure four. Again, you could be grounded. If you have a wall, you could place your left foot on a wall, or you could draw the legs closer to you. Just taking a few breaths here. Again, sitting can just make things really restricted in your outer hips and your low back. So you're just finding some space and movement, subtle, supported. Good. Now bring your left foot down. So options here for a reclined twist. You can either keep the left foot grounded and move this whole complex towards the floor. So your right foot grounds and you're kind of in a figure four shape here. Doesn't serve all knees, so you might just release. And this is where, again, having a little more support, a block between your thighs might be nice. If you want a little more intensity, you could cross the leg over. So whatever supine meaning on your back, twist feels good for you, you're welcome to it. And again, if things are uncomfortable ever, or you need to adjust, do that so that you can breathe deeply, so that you can surrender. If you want to use your bolster, it's also an option. And on your inhale, untwist, come back through center, give your knees a squeeze. You'll find those same shapes on the other side. So go ahead, ground your right foot, take your left leg up. So you can hold the leg or you can let it be free. And just point and flex. Move your ankle, spread your toes. And into your happy baby. So again, you could just rest the elbow on the floor and let the shin come onto the palm. The right knee can widen, or you can find more of a half happy baby shape. Into your hip opening as you're ready. No rush. Again, if you find a shape that just feels like medicine, like trust your intuition to stay. Take it over, cross the legs, knees draw in for a moment. So just feeling a little bit of the outer hip in this shape. You can just stay. Or find the figure four with right foot grounded, or thigh bones drawing closer to you. Whether you're holding the shin or the hamstring. Again, part of having a practice is that you get to explore, you get to get curious about how these shapes show up in your body, how you can impact sensation, how you can impact and direct your breath to support. And then into your twist. So again, you might just let this whole shape shift towards the right and take this version. Again, doesn't serve all bodies. So you can release it and find a supine twist, maybe knees together, maybe a block between your thighs. Maybe you're using your bolster to be more supported entirely. Don't be shy. You know, play a little, especially if you were at the end of your day. If you need more time, there's no rush. Take your time. Otherwise, your inhale will untwist you. You can draw knees to chest or armpits. It might feel nice to take a full happy baby, legs long or knees bent. Maybe add a little rock side to side. And again, especially if you're wanting to support circulation a little bit more. You've been on your feet all day or sitting all day, letting yourself move into Viparita Karani or legs up the wall. You might have to elevate your pelvis So if you can show you actually with legs up the wall, you might, put a bolster under your hips. It can be a little tricky to get in, but you can elevate your hips a little more. And you can be here for a while. Oh, so good. So take your time. If you have 10 minutes, take 10 minutes. If you have 2 minutes, take 2 minutes. If having your legs up the wall just doesn't work for you, or, if you're pregnant, then feel free to find a resting pose in a shape that supports you, that feels good for you. So something where you can really just soften and be supported. Maybe taking another minute or so of intentional, expanded breathing, deepening your inhales, and lengthening your exhales. And then eventually, whenever you're ready, you can let go of your body, your breath. You might roll to one side and just shift the block or the bolster out of the way. If you're staying, feel free to mute your Zoom or your video and just stay as long as you have. Otherwise, whenever you're ready to move into Shavasana, you'll find yourself in rest, whether on your belly or your back, or maybe seated meditation. And just take a moment to, again, honor yourself, your breath, the willingness you have to be in the grounding and the slow just as much as the fire and the heat, and knowing that really we need both to support us. And the practice gives us this opportunity to listen, to inquire, so that we can, decide, so we can choose our path, choose our practice, and start to really, listen to maybe what the body needs, what the mind needs, and know that we have a lot of tools at our disposal. So thank you all for joining. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Again, my name is Mari. Always a privilege, a pleasure. So thanks so much. Hope to see you soon.